She had always believed her life was like the romantic movies she secretly adored, filled with warmth, loyalty, and love, where her boyfriend Micheal was the prince she had always dreamed of and her best friend Clara the sister she never had. Two people she trusted most in the world, yet fate has a cruel way of twisting illusions into knives. And it began on a rainy Friday evening when she left work earlier than expected, heart fluttering with excitement to surprise Micheal with his favorite dinner, a bag of spicy jollof rice, roasted chicken, and a bottle of red wine swinging from her hand as she hurried up the stairs to his apartment, unaware that destiny had prepared a different feast for her soul, one of betrayal and fire. For the moment she pushed the door open quietly. Expecting laughter, she froze at the sight before her. Clara's laugh echoing like a cruel echo in the dim light, Michael's arms wrapped tightly around her. Their lips locked in a kiss so passionate it stole the breath from her lungs, the food bag sliding from her trembling hands as the bottle shattered across the tiled floor, wine bleeding like blood across the ground, and in that instant, the world caved in, her ears buzzing, her heart pounding, her entire existence spinning in chaos as her voice finally ripped out of her throat. "How could you?" she screamed, her words slicing through their embrace like lightning. And they pulled apart, startled, faces pale, Clara fumbling for words, Micheal reaching for her with guilt plastered on his face. But she stepped back, her whole body shaking. Betrayal, burning like acid through her veins. Memories of shared laughter, secret conversations, promises under the stars, and endless reassurances now mocking her with their falseness. Clara stammered, "It's not what it looks like," but the lie was too cheap, too insulting, and rage burst in her voice. "Not what it looks like. My best friend, my own sister in heart, with my boyfriend." And Micheal whispered, "Please, let me explain." Yet his voice was nothing but broken glass, every word cutting deeper. And tears blurred her vision as she bolted out into the rain, the storm outside mirroring the chaos inside her, streets blurred with neon and water as she stumbled, clutching her chest as if to hold her heart together. But something inside told her this betrayal was not ordinary, not simple weakness of lust, but a deeper poison. And she returned the next morning, driven not by love, but by suspicion, creeping back to Michael's apartment, listening through the thin door as muffled voices argued, Clara's trembling tone saying, "She knows now, what if she finds out everything?" And Michael's harsh whisper, "Then she'll have to disappear like the others." Words that froze her veins, her breath catching, her hand covering her mouth to stifle a gasp. For this was not mere cheating, this was darker, a revelation that the man she loved and the woman she trusted were bound by something far more sinister. And as her mind reeled, she realized she had never known Michael's past fully, the vague jobs, the unexplained nights away, Clara's sudden closeness to him over the months, and now the pieces connected in horrifying clarity. This was a setup, a conspiracy. She was not just betrayed, she was being targeted. And her survival depended on silence, so she backed away slowly, heart thundering, tears mingling with fear, and fled to her mother's old house in the outskirts, where she dug through memories and recalled how her late father once warned her, "If love feels too perfect, child, search for the shadows it hides." Words that rang now with haunting truth, and for days she remained hidden, watching from afar as Micheal and Clara pretended everything was normal, sending her messages of apology, guilt-laced words, begging forgiveness. But she saw through them now, their smiles masks, covering monsters. Until one evening, as the sun bled red across the horizon, she received a slip of paper shoved under her door, with no name but written in Clara's hurried hand. Don't trust him. Meet me at the old train station, midnight, alone. Her body shivering as she read the words over and over, confusion tangling with rage and suspicion. Yet her instincts told her the shocking truth was close, so she went. The abandoned station, a graveyard of rust and echoes, where Clara appeared. Eyes hollow, hair disheveled, voice trembling as she whispered. I didn't want it to be this way, but Micheal isn't who you think he is, he's dangerous. He's been using both of us, and now he's planning something worse. And before she could respond, footsteps echoed. Micheal emerging from the shadows, his face twisted, his calm facade gone, gun glinting in his hand as he snarled, You should have stayed blind, but curiosity kills quicker than bullets. And the air grew thick with terror, her knees weak, the world spinning. As Clara suddenly pushed her aside, screaming, Run! Just as Micheal fired, the gunshots splitting the night. Clara collapsing to the ground, with blood blooming across her chest. Her eyes wide, with both fear and release, and she, frozen, screamed through tears, Why? As Micheal pointed the gun at her, his eyes cold, his voice chilling. Because you were never supposed to be part of the plan, you were just the cover. The perfect girlfriend while I worked with Clara, but now you've ruined it all, and... As he stepped closer, she stumbled back, hands trembling, until her fingers brushed against a loose metal pipe on the ground. And with desperate strength, she swung it upward, striking his arm, the gun clattering away. The echo ringing like freedom, and she grabbed it. Her own hands shaking as she pointed it at him, tears and rain dripping down her face. Micheal, laughing darkly, You don't have the guts, but rage, betrayal, love shattered and burned, gave her courage, and she whispered, I have more than guts, I have nothing left to lose. Her finger, trembling on the trigger, until sirens blew. Red and blue lights flooding the station. Police storming in, drawn by an anonymous tip, perhaps Clara's last gift hand. Micheal was dragged away, screaming threats, while she dropped the gun, collapsing beside Clara, who with her last breath, whispered, I'm sorry. I loved you too much to let him win, and then went still, leaving her sobbing in the ruins of everything she once knew. Yet alive, scarred, and stronger, for she had seen love's mask ripped away to reveal a monster, and though her heart was broken, she vowed never again to be blind, to tell her story as a warning. For betrayal can break you, but survival can turn you into fire, and fire never forgets.